I rise today because our border is still in crisis. I rise today to bring attention to the dereliction of duty by this president occurring at our southern border. Most of all, I rise to ask this: can we all stop pretending? Can we stop pretending that this administration deserves any benefit of the doubt? Pretending that it's a tough situation beyond their control? Pretending that this administration and, frankly, the entire Democrat Party have any intention of solving the border crisis? We should stop pretending as if this isn't purposeful, because it is. I mean, when every single policy measure that you partake in results in more illegal immigration, well, then it stands to reason, using the powers of deduction, that maybe you want more illegal immigration. So let's stop pretending otherwise. While we're at it, let's also stop pretending that more than a tiny fraction of those illegally crossing our border have any valid claims to asylum whatsoever. We all know it. We all know that they are coming because it's easy and because America is a pretty great place. We all know they were trained by their drug cartel handlers to repeat certain phrases that make them eligible for the asylum process so that they'll be given a bus ticket and maybe a court date, which they'll never show up for. Let's stop pretending that this isn't just a giant scam, a giant abuse of our well-meaning and generous system. And also, let's stop pretending mass migration is America's fault. Let's stop pretending to listen to outlandish claims of climate change causing migration, or the tired old refrain of, well, it's American imperialistic foreign policy or whatever, and so let's just let everybody in. And let's stop pretending that this isn't getting exceedingly dangerous for us. It's dangerous for our border agents. It's dangerous for our border communities. It's dangerous for the children being trafficked. It's dangerous for everyday Americans. At our border communities, crime is rising. There's greater insecurity. There's a spike in COVID cases. And migrants, who I thought my friends on the other side of the aisle claimed to care about, well, they're paying thousands of dollars to smugglers to take them on an exceedingly dangerous journey that often ends in children dead, stranded in the desert or in the Rio Grande. The only people who benefit from all of this are the drug cartels. They make money off the human misery by using asylum-seeking migrants to tie down border agents so that they can move their drugs with little to no risk. And these smugglers aren't just bringing your generic pot. They're bringing fentanyl, bringing enough fentanyl to kill every single American. And finally, let's stop pretending that the Democrats' pro-open border position has anything to do with compassion or kindness. There is nothing compassionate about tent cities, nothing compassionate about children being trafficked. There's nothing compassionate about firing American workers for not getting a COVID shot, putting them out on the street while illegal immigrants flood into our country without even a COVID test, and then get treated to a bus ride or a hotel at the expense of the American taxpayer, and then they probably get hired. And guess what? There's nothing compassionate about allowing hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants to cut in front of millions of law-abiding potential immigrants around the world. People with actual asylum claims and real persecution are told, well, they're out of luck if they can't just walk across our border. Sorry about your civil war or your religious persecution. We're out of space. The system's just too clogged up now. So let's stop pretending about all of it. And let's start telling the truth so that we can actually solve this crisis. Thank you. I yield back.